Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Beyond the Mat. See, there's the mat over there and over here. This is beyond where we are right now. Beyond the mat. With me, Jason Cole. Yoga is really my last name. I had it officially changed. You guys can all come on down to Canada and check out our national records and see that I'm lying through my teeth, man. Of course I didn't change my fucking last name to Yoga. Why would anyone actually change their last name? Like, why does the government have to get involved? If you want to change your name, just go change it. So you might be wondering what this microphone is doing in front of me, and it's not to collect the sound from my voice. This little kajigger right here is collecting the sound. Hello, little kajigger. And this is for a new radio show that we're going to start doing, a little podcasty, smodcasty, and it is called The Great Escapism. And we're probably going to put it on YouTube, going to have it up on iTunes, doing the whole shebang. It's going to be fun, efficient, quick. There's nothing serious going on. There's no serious talks like this. That's why it's the Great Escapism, because everybody just wants to escape a little bit. Sometimes you don't want to be all serious and thinking, and sometimes you just want a little fun, humorous background chatter going on in your day, in the room, like this right now. So, today's podcast is actually a very serious podcast. Our YouTube version here, Beyond the Mat. My flatmate and I, D-Block, we are going to do a little something that I have coined as No-vember. So it's no November, but we just say November. No-vember. And this is going to be a practice to try and say no to lots of shit that comes up, to really stand your ground, be who you truly are inside, and just fucking say no, man. Say no to a bunch of shit, and just set boundaries for yourself and for others around you, to not let them walk all over you all the time, not let people convince you to do shit all the time. I mean, not let popcorn meow all the time, but we can't change that because she's a cat and that's just the way it is. Also gonna try to say no to all the substances. And so the substances being for me, so like I don't party anymore, I don't drink, I don't get all fucked up anymore, and I like it a lot, but I still smoke weed. I smoke a ton of weed, son, and I'm actually gonna go for a whole 30 days of November and say no to the sweet, sweet Chiba, the sweet, sweet cannabis that flows through my mind every night of the week. Oh, and it's so draining, and it's so demotivating, and it just takes the wind out of my sails when I wake up in the morning and I still have a cloud in my head from last night's doobie that we smoked right as we're passing out on the couch. But that's not even true because we have to smoke everything outside. We don't smoke in the house. But still, you go out and you blaze and you come back in and just start watching some Netflix and movies, and then it's just downhill from there. And then you wake up and your eyes are all puffy and baggy, and fuck, this morning I felt like I needed another 3 hours of sleep after sleeping a good 8-9 hours. It just still wasn't enough, and I mean, that's not me. But I'm not a morning person, that's for damn sure. I just happen to wake up early. I wake up at 5 or 6 every day of the week, and even if I stay up super late at night, I'm still up at 5 or 6, just like clockwork. It's just a new nature thing that my body does. And so I would like to wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning and not feel totally drained the way I have been. That would be nice. That would be nice. Everybody agree? Yeah, that's it. November. Say no. As some of you already know, I'm doing a vegan ketogenic diet, which is also gluten-free because it's a ketogenic diet, which means no carbs, no sugars, no eating after 7:30 at night. and I've been doing really well. I had one cheat night, and I had a little bit of sugary snacks the other night on Saturday night. Or was it Sunday night? Yeah, it was on Sunday night. I had some little sugary boobity. Tonight is a Halloween party. We're going over to some friend's house, and they're having a huge fireworks display, and a whole bunch of kids and a whole bunch of food, and they made a bunch of vegan, gluten-free stuff just for me and my flatmate D-Block, because they knew we were coming. So it might have to be the last little cheat night to have some just tiny little bits of ups that you're not supposed to have. I'm supposed to have 150 grams of carbs is like the most I'm allowed to have, and I haven't even been having those because it's just easier to just cut them all out than to try and like weigh your food and all that kind of shit. So because of this whole saying no thing, I do not drink coffee anymore, but I fucking love coffee. Out of all the things that I have abstained from and quit from, coffee is probably hands down the most sought after in my subconscious, because even just driving by Tim Hortons or a cafe, my mind is going, just stop in, man, just stop in, just smell the coffee beans, just ask if you can run your hands through the beans and rub them on your face and maybe put some beans up my nose so I smell coffee all day. But no, I don't do that. I fight the urge and I stay on the sidewalk or I stay in the car. We don't pull over and go in and do that shit. But today, being the last day of this little cheating allowance that I'm giving myself, I broke down and I went in down deep to the annals of hell, the dirtiest dungeons, and I emerged victorious with a hot, steaming cup of the worst shit you could ever drink in your life. Starbucks. If ever there was an enemy, this is the enemy right fucking here. These people are so evil, but I thought, like, every time I walk by this, it smells so good, and the smell wafts out into the hallway at the mall where we do some grocery shopping. And every time I walk by, I'm just like, I want to go in. So today I went in. I was like, you know what? It didn't lure me in. I planned it, like, ahead of time before I even left the house this morning. I knew. I was like, I'm going to go get fucking coffee later on this last cheat day that I'm having. And, yeah, so this is a medium, and I got a light roast because light roast is way more caffeine. Dark roast means they've burned it longer in their little drying ovens or whatever they burn and dry with. And so it burns off the caffeine and you don't get as strong of a kapow inside of you. And I like the kapow. I like to have my brain going pow, 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 pow. I like to be thinking and moving and quick and everything like that. So I find that, let's just pick some fuzzies off of this microphone here for a second. That's probably ruining the other podcast, but hey-o, this is how it is. This is what we do. And yeah, I love the like being quick and with it and awake and alert. It feels great. It feels good. And I'm also hoping that by cutting out the weed for a full 30 days, I can get back to this awesome, quick, clear, open state of mind that I'm always usually in when I'm not stoned. And I know everybody's like, oh, just get the CBD, man. Just get the sativa, man. And it's like, yeah, but if you smoke enough sativa in a day, you're still going to you're going to burn and crash in the afternoon. And that's exactly what happens to me. So, no. Saying no. Saying no to all kinds of shit. So I'm going to continue saying no to the carbs and the sugars. I guess that was it, carbs and sugars, saying no. Saying no to staying up late at night. Saying no to watching Netflix and movies every night of the week and TV shows that don't really benefit you in the long run, that don't ever really get you anything in the end. You just have sat there and looked at a colorful screen and went, oh, wow, a think tank of people sat and wrote a story, awesome. And then some other people acted out the story, pretty cool. I think that's about it, folks. So if you have something and you want to join me and my flatmate D-Block on November, then join us and set some boundaries for yourself and for the others around you. I mean, make a list, write some shit down, look at all the things you want to cut out of your life, like maybe you fucking jerk off to too much porn, maybe you drive your car too much, maybe you eat too much cereal, maybe you look at your phone too much, maybe there's just a whole bunch of shit that you do that you just don't want to do, or maybe you don't even know that there's shit that you do that you don't want to do. Maybe you don't know that you don't want to do it yet. And maybe just sit down and evaluate that and kind of look at your life in a way and see like, maybe I should probably cut that out. Because you know what, I do that. Now that Jay mentions it, I do fucking chew on my fingernails too much. Maybe I should try and stop chewing on my fingernails. Just something simple like that, just start there. For November, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Beyond the Mat, and we now return you to The Great Escapism. Check it out. It's going to be on iTunes, it's going to be on YouTube, it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be in your mom's purse. If you dig through her purse, you might find money, you might find cigarettes, you might find drugs, you might find pills, but definitely you will find The Great Escapism. But probably not. Peace out, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Namaste. And all that other good noise. Ding.